Good afternoon, everyone. Chodesh Tov. Today is Rosh Chodesh Iyar. And in a few days' time, we're celebrating the Israeli Independence Day, the birth of the modern state of Israel. But I don't want to speak about Yom Ha'atzmaut. Okay, that's not my thoughts for today. My thoughts for today are heading in the direction of the ignorance of the Jews outside Israel. As many of us know, like since Shabbos morning, there are 800 rockets were shot from Hevel Asa, from the Gaza Strip, into Israel. Mamish Chaval, the Jews in the Galut, in the diaspora, in the darkness, most are sitting quiet. You're like, we support Israel, let's fight for Israel, let's do everything for Israel. No, it doesn't happen. Like maybe one picture, like on social media, like we support Israel, pray for Israel. But when it came last week, I think it was, and a couple of weeks ago, like the shooting in shuls in America, like we have to stand together and pray together, Shabbos together. But when we come to Israel, to the Holy Land, we don't care as much because I don't know why. Maybe because the Jew in Galut, in the darkness, is like the schmutzige world around him, can't connect to us who are living here. Mamish so chaval, like also with the shootings in America, we have to stand together. But you barely hear, we have to move to the Holy Land, to Israel, because Israel is the place where Hashem is protecting us with His Kedusha. This is the place to be. And even with rockets and everything else, this is the place to be. No! It's to unite with Shabbos, with prayers, and Yatzanu Yedei Chovateinu. We did fulfill our obligations. And now I understand more. Because Jews in Galut sitting quiet, with the rockets flying, 3 or 4 Jews, Heilige Yidden, be murdered, not killed, murdered by Arabs, by terrorists who shot the rockets. And you see one sentence we have to pray and it's so sorry, but nowhere to unite, to do it, pray together, like Shabbos together, to make tomorrow's also Rosh Chodesh, to bring everyone together. No, because it's happening in Israel. That's why we have a difference, you feel it more, between Am Israel, Be'eretz Israel, the Jewish nation in the Israel, and Bnei Israel in Galut, and individual Jews, the children of Israel in Galut. What's the inyan of Pesach? Yatzanu mimitzrayim, and we became a nation because we were all heading in the same direction. First to receive the Torah, and then to enter the land of Israel. Jews believe that to live in Galut, to live outside Israel, is not a punishment, it's not an onish. But it is. And that's why you can't feel connected with us who are living here. And that's very sad, extremely sad. Because you should worry more what's happening in Israel, with the Jews in Israel, than with the Jews in Galut. But there, in Galut, you may feel it's me. It could have been me, like when I'm going to shul, if I'm going to shul. But in Israel, I'm not here, so why should I put my effort, my strength, my koichos into it? Let's leave it this way. You don't feel what's happening in Israel. You just feel what's happening in the darkness of Galut, no matter where you live. Because Galut is one united place. We have the Holy Land, and then we have Galut. It's no different between Galut and Galut. Galut America, Galut England, Galut Australia, Galut New Zealand. It's the same Galut. One big place spread out, and then we have the Holy Land. So really praying and davening every day. When you say that you really want to be here. That's stam words. Because then it's like milim levatala, it's bracha levatala, you know. And there's no excuse to be there. Oh, the Torah teaches us, the Halacha teaches us, that before a Jew buy property in Chutz La'aretz, in Galut, I have the property in the Holy Land. Because the land of Israel is Keva, and Chutz La'aretz is Arai. And also if you're doing like, but then people say, yeah, but I'm a rabbi, I'm a shlichut, I have an obligation to carve the Jews are here and to be here, and to make this my Merkas HaChaim, the center of my life. But that's sheker, it's not true. Because every Jew, Hashem's Ratzon, the will of Hashem, is to bring every Jew to Israel. And as we learned before, it's no difference between a Jew and a Jew. The only difference is how close you are to your Yiddishkeit. And the quality of your Kedusha. But they have the same Kedusha, the same quantity. It's a quality question. Yiddishkeit is a Yiddishkeit question. But we all know that the acre of our life is to live in Israel. So whatever your job is, the main ikar is to help and to inspire Jews to move here. Because if you start to inspire Jews to move here, you also inspire yourself and have some kind of feeling for us who are living here. And maybe try to lehargish, to feel what we feel. But that's because it's kind of a mechitze between us and you. And that's not what Hashem wants. I want all of you to be here. You should feel everything together. What's happening here. But as long as you're not standing up for Israel in the way you're standing up for the Jews in Galut, like what happened there, missing the ikr. And if you're frum, you want that pure kedusha. And pure kedusha you have here in Israel. Ein kedusha kama kedushat Eretz Israel. So I'm praying, first of all, for peace in Israel, that the rockets will not fall anymore, and B'ezrat Hashem, by peace and quiet for all of us, I'm praying that you are living in the darkness. You can't feel the need, feel the lachas, the stress of us living here. If you can't feel it, then it's time to come here. Bad things happen to Jews in Chutz La'aretz. Siman to move here. The answer to the question is not to stay and make it stronger. The answer to the question is to do the right thing, to lech lecha me'artzecha. So B'ezrat Hashem, we all grow together to understand that Israel, that's where we have to be, all of us. And I pray, Mamish, that you will understand that your feeling should be what's happening here with the Jews here, not with the Jews there. It's chavan mamash. We have feelings, but with heart you should cry out for what's happening here, not there. You should primarily stand up for the Jews of Israel and not for the Jews over there. Batzlacha Rabbah. May Hashem protect us all. May Hashem show you the light, the emes. Because as long as you can't see the light of emes, then you can't see the light of God. Batzlacha Rabbah.